we had a strong FP&A team when I joined. The work needed to be done on more of the accounting, financial reporting side. But the folks that we had in FP&A were very strong, and they remain very strong. They needed outside of myself, right? I brought in a new VP of FP&A, and Kyle joined us over a year ago, and he's been great. But one of the things that, I aligned with Kyle on early on is how I viewed FP&A, which is, there's an aspect of FP&A, which I'll call it operational FP&A, Jack, and that's the FP&A that supports the business. I'm going to work with, the restaurant operators. I'm going to work with my HR team, supply chain, whatever parts of the business. I'm going to work with you on your business needs. And then there's corporate FP&A, right? Corporate FP&A is Michelle needs board materials. I need prep for the quarterly earnings calls. We're doing a development day next week, right, in Dallas. I need some materials prep for that. I need analysis done for that, right? That's what I would call more corporate FP&A. And so, Kyle has really worked to align his resources on FP&A to those different work streams, and then really making sure that our business partners, again, whether it's on the ops side, the HR side, IT, have a business partner to work with on the FP&A team that knows their business that they can go to when they have questions or need some analysis done. So that's how I view the world. Again, it's a small, lean, but powerful team. They get a lot done. We're just talking about the restaurant performance overall, but more importantly, how we were working. And then that led into how we were building our restaurants, right? The size of the restaurants. And from my lens, yes, Portillo's does fantastic AUVs, but I always, and this was just Michelle's personal lens, I always thought that there were some aspects of our restaurants that were overbuilt. And so I came from Domino's, right, which is a lens of they didn't have these big dining rooms, and most of their business, they had a heavy digital business. Portillo's business is 20% digital. And so for me, post-COVID, our dine-in business went from 50% to about 35%. So there was an aspect of me that as we were having these conversations, I thought to myself, I think we're overbuilding our restaurants. I think where the puck's going is what we need to think about, because I think that dynamic isn't going to change. So our CEO said, great, Michelle, you and our head of marketing are going to lead the project, and we're going to call it Restaurant of the Future, and you guys are going to go figure that out. So for the last year and a half, we've been figuring that out, and it's been an awesome project. It's been very cross-functional. This isn't like a finance person's comfort zone, but I think one of the things that Michael, our CEO, realized is, it wasn't something where I had something in my head that it needed to be that way, right? I wasn't an operational person, so I take it very much with a data-driven lens. We did time and motion studies in our restaurants, and we spent a lot of time looking at those type of aspects, gathering a lot of data, looking at the conveyance in the kitchen and all those things. And yeah, we're, lo and behold, in the back half of 2024, we're going to build a much smaller restaurant. And it's going to have not only benefits on the cost side and the return side for investors, but on the team members' end, it's going to be easier for them to work and convey.
CFO Thought Leader is made possible by Planful.